Anwar here says, well, no one can afford a house. Who's gonna buy them? Wages have fallen too far behind. This comment here reflects a typical doom and gloom so-called property guru over here. But don't get me wrong, Anwar, I'm not trying to belittle you here. But according to Baron Rothschild, it's time to buy when there's blood in the streets, even if it's your own. And to quote Andrew Carnegie here, 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. Now come behind the scenes of what I'm doing for a client today, and maybe it'll give you a little insight of the property world. In the last 5 years, this client of mine has purchased 5 properties. And this is the original contract price that he bought them for at these properties, and they're all houses. This is the valuation I've done today, and they're all computer valuation, which means they're really conservative. Gearing it to 80%, he can borrow up to this much, minus his existing home loan. Each property, I can squeeze out this much equity. That equals $356,000 of equity we can squeeze out today. Now, mind you, each property he bought one after another did not require any of his own cash. As you can see here, the original contract price is pretty low, but throughout the years, each time the valuation has gone up, he squeezed out a bit of equity and bought the second one, and rinse and repeat until he bought his fifth one, which is in Bankstown. And guys, he bought this for $1.45 million, and that was 7 months ago. Now it's worth $1.9 million. You see this bullshit article on the 24th of March 2020? Coronavirus pandemic could see house prices plummet by 20%. Economist warns. Oh, the contradiction, Anwar, the media that you read. Why did it go up by more than $600,000? Now, obviously, this is a big client of mine, so I'm currently designing a loan structure diagram for each of these loan and their properties and their potential cash out. Because right now, I'm thinking of the best way to structure these loans throughout these 5 properties to get him the maximum tax deduction. This guy earns about $500,000 a year. It means nearly half of his income goes to the tax man. And we don't want that, right? We don't want our money going to Centrelink. Now, out of respect for those that are on welfare, I'm not trying to throw you subtle shade, but for those of us high income earners and self-employed who earn more than $20,000, $50,000 a year, we hate paying tax. That's why we buy more property, negative gear the shit out of it, and then pull out more equity. Because this $350,000 equity that I'm going to get for the client today, that's 25% of the deposit of the new purchase, which is made up of the 20% plus stamp duty. So essentially, you can buy another $1.4 million property. And out of the $1.4 million, council rates, fees, yada yada, that comes with it is 100% tax deductible. Which means the potential taxable income that he'll be paying on 500 grand won't be nearly 50%. It'll be reduced down to 25%. And yes, this is all legal. So no, you're wrong, wages are not falling. And I have plenty of clients that can afford to buy property. And many of us are killing it. But peace to you, brother.